Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about, will they force you to live here or lure you in? So guys, of course I stumbled upon a meme on Instagram about a building in China. And this building is massive. It's one of the biggest buildings I've ever seen. But there is an allure to it, but I see the trap as well. Now, this building is what, for those of you that ever followed Judge Dredd, they had something called, Mega Blocks. And these are like these giant buildings that were, 200-300 stories high. And they had everything you needed inside the building so that you didn't have to venture out into the streets to get whatever else you needed. Anyway, China built something similar to that. This building, though, was designated at first to be a hotel. And then, for whatever reason, it became a building for people to live in. So, it's no longer a hotel. It is now a residential building. This residential building has so many amenities in it that you almost never have to leave, unless you have to go to work or, I would assume, go to a hospital. But everything else in this building allows you to stay there without ever leaving. Now, in the movie Judge Dredd, the point of the mega buildings, again, was so that you didn't have to go out, so that you stayed in one area and that you were easily confined and controlled. Now, of course, you're able to go in and out for other things, but if they want to lock that building down, they absolutely can with 20,000 people inside. Now, this building houses 20,000 people. There's still 10,000 apartments available in this building. This building has supermarkets, pools, dentists, doctors, nail salon, barber, and various other businesses in the building. This is one of those, again, dystopian futures, guys, where I think this building is the test model for the WEF to see whether or not they can get away with that in other countries like the United States. Now, the name of the building, or rather when it was designated to be a hotel, it was called the Regent International. Now, obviously, they didn't change the name. They left it alone. And they're trying to make this appealing to people to live there. Now, this building specifically is for young kids who are just getting out in the world, who are just starting out in life. So there are a lot of young kids in this building. But the allure, guys, is the laziness of not having to go outside. Oh man, I want to go eat some sushi. You go one floor down, 5 stores over, and you're there. The laziness that they start to push onto people, guys, is what I am 1,000% sure the WEF is a part of. Because obviously there is definitely a call for the human race and how to depopulate us. But they're also making us lazy with this weed game that they're playing, the marijuana. A lot of countries are now starting to make it legal. There are a lot of countries making it legal to smoke it anywhere now, as opposed to just like your home and a designated location. They're making it legal to smoke it almost anywhere. Weed makes you stupid, lazy, docile, and controllable. And that is a simple fact. If you look up how weed dumbs down the person, how it destroys the brain cell. And some people are like, there's a medicinal purpose. Yeah, maybe for medicinal usage, weed is good for you, but not every day. Not 5 times a day. Not 8 times a day. Not to the point where you're moving so slow, you look like you're moving in slow motion. And I am watching people who smoke weed regularly look stupid, turn dumb, become morons, make stupid fucking judgment calls because they're smoking weed. Their reaction time is slow. Car accidents were up in Colorado. I think they were up in New York for that reason as well, but I don't have any definitive proof. There have been more accidents in the city. People are equating that to more Ubers and Lyfts being in a city and these stupid fucking moped bikes. But I responded to at least 5 car accidents where the guy was high. Not drinking, not, because an accident was my fault, because they were high. So, with that, guys, your reaction time slow down like you wouldn't believe. But I think them pushing that agenda for weed to make you more controllable, to make you more docile. Because listen, somebody who's high is not going to fight, or at least he's not going to fight the same way as if he was sober. When sober people fight, they fight to the death, and they fight fast and furious. When high people fight, it's like watching a slow motion boxing match or a replay. You know, the fucking, that's how they fight. And some people are like, no, I don't. Yes, the fuck you do. You're 40, 50 years old, still smoking weed. I can guarantee you, you're moving in slow motion. You're moving like a fat Rosie O'Donnell with a jelly donut on her right hand. That's how you're moving. Now, the apartments in the building are fairly cheap by American standards. A smaller apartment is $1,500, so that's about $210. And their bigger apartments, $4,000, which is about $500 a month. That's fairly cheap. Now, their dollar's called a renminbi, right? Which is RMB or something like that, short for it. Anyway, that's their dollar. So again, obviously their dollar is shit, or I don't know, whatever. Still, their apartments are cheap. And these guys, the downside to that is what people are not looking at. They're not looking at how you can be controlled. You could be locked into your apartment, because these buildings, if I'm not mistaken, are like smart buildings as well. So they can lock you in the apartment at will. They can lock you in the building at will because, well, they have all these amenities. They don't have to leave. If another outbreak happens of some kind, you were stuck in that building or your apartment. And if you're stuck in your apartment, they will release you like a prisoner for a certain amount of hours to go out and get what you need and come right back to your apartment and stay there. They're not talking about the downsides to that. They're only giving you the allure of everything being so close by that it's good. Now, here's the other thing, too. These buildings are massive. So if you want to go to a special restaurant in that building, you still have to walk the distance of a block, 2 or 5 to get to where you got to go. You might have to go down, 6, 7 floors, walk fucking 2 blocks over, go 7 floors back up, walk 2, 3 more blocks back over to get to the restaurant you want in that building. So again, the allure of it being close is bullshit. You're in a building that they can control. You're in a building and an apartment they can control. This is, I think, like I said before, the test model for the WEF. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Truths channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.